Okay. Hello everyone. Thanks for joining in. We'll be starting in just few minutes. We are waiting for a few more people to join. Hello everyone. Thanks for joining in. We'll be starting in just few minutes. We are waiting for a few more people to join. Is there an echo problem? No?
No, just 2 or 3 seconds late.
Okay. Okay. No worries. It's 4:04. We'll start at 4:05. To all those people who have joined us already. We'll answer all your queries. We'll let you know what DSC is, what DSC OIST is, and how DSC OIST got formed. And if you have any queries, please wait till the end of the presentation, end of the information seminar, and you can then post them in the chat box, and we'll be very happy to answer them. All right, it's already 4:05, and I think we should start. Thank you for joining in, those who have joined. Let's begin. All right, so the very first question, I'm sure you all must be wondering, what is a developer student clubs? How suddenly mid-semester this club is in our college, and what is it actually? So let me tell you that developer student clubs are university-based community groups. This is basically a program by Google developers. They have various programs with various community programs, as I should say, under them, and developer student club is one of them. The basic, the meaning or the basic motive behind a developer student club is that it should be a space where students, college students, undergraduate students can come together, learn about different skills, different developer technologies that are in the market, and gain experience, collaborate on projects, and just uh, have fun and learn and develop something brilliant. That's it. So yeah, students from all undergraduate or graduate programs with an interest in growing as a developer are welcome. So we know that since we join a college, we especially computer science students and information technology students, they aspire to be a software engineer. They want to be good developers. So this is the place where all of them who are interested in that kind of technologies and a platform, they can come together, teach each other, learn from each other, and grow with each other. Right. So, in short, basically, let me just tell you in short that what it is, the whole gist of it. It is in short, DSCs, that is Developer Student Clubs, are student-run technical clubs. Although I have mentioned here that these are the technical clubs, but we not only, help students to gain technical knowledge, harness their technical skills, but also they are, when they collaborate with other people, they build projects with other people, they talk to other people, they interact with other people, they learn a lot of life skills and soft skills as well. So yeah, technical clubs in colleges and university. Developer student clubs are basically limited to universities and colleges only, because it is for students. Then to facilitate peer-to-peer learning environment, it is intended to be a space where people can learn from each other and and teach each other, and facilitate project building activities. What are your skills of any use if you cannot build a project? So yeah, basically we build projects here. We can solve any local problems. So this is the place where you can come together and solve some problems, and yeah, build some awesome things. Right, moving forward, we have, yes, our three principles. So what are the principles that uh, a DSC, a developer student club, has? It is connect, learn, and grow. So in Connect, we have meet other students on campus interested in developer technologies. All are welcome, including those with diverse backgrounds and different majors. So this is a very good point, that all are welcome. If no matter if you are a computer science student or information technology student, like I am a electronics and communication student, and I was welcome here. So and so will be you. So, right. So all are welcome, including diverse backgrounds. No matter if you're not, from a major software engineering stream, you are welcome. If you are interested, if you want to learn, you are definitely welcome, and you can connect with people from diverse backgrounds. Like I am from EC background. There are people in my team who are from computer science background, from information technology background. So you will meet different kinds of people who are interested in different things, who have different ideas, who have different experience, and you can just learn with them and hear their stories and have fun, right? Next is learn. Learn about a wide range of technical topics where new skills are gained through hands-on workshops, in-person training, project building activities. Yes, so these are the basic things or major things that we are going to do in a club. We are going to have hands-on workshops, in-person training. Of course, we are not going to have in-person training as of now because of all the pandemic issue and lockdown. But definitely when the college reopens, and we'll definitely have in-person trainings when everything settles down, when everything is okay. We'll also like to meet you guys and just learn with you guys and have some fun. We'll also facilitate project building activities. Here people are from different expertise, different experiences. So it will be really helpful if people come together, brainstorm any idea, and solve a local problem with the help of any project. Next we have is grow. When you connect, when you learn, you grow, right? Apply your learnings and connections to build great solution for local problems. I'm sure when you look around, especially in these times, in these trying times, we have a lot of problems going around us, right? So this is a really good time to think of something, to brainstorm the ideas where you can solve actual problem, right, with your project, with your skill set, with whatever you have learned in the community. So these are the three basic principles: connect, learn, and grow. Moving forward, we have, yes, so I would like to also tell you few facts about developer student clubs. So these are, DSC is a flagship program of Google developers, among other programs like GDG and GDE. So DG is basically Google Developers Group. GDGs are in several cities, and any kind of person who's interested in to learn about developer skills, they can join a GDG. It's not limited to any college or any university. People ranging from students, working professionals, all are a part of GDG, but developer student clubs are limited to universities only. And then there's also GDE, that is Google Developers Expert. So yeah, the DSC is also a part of Google Developers community, where these other are also a part of that program, right? Every year, DSC India. Basically, we have DSCs in several countries, but I'm going to talk about DSC India because they are above us. Then every year DSC India selects one student from each campus to be the DSC lead. Yes, so I'll also like to address the question about how I became a DSC lead here. every year what happens is they give out a form, application form, and we fill it. Any student can fill it, and they select some people who can run the developer student clubs in their college. So this year I was selected from Oriental Institute of Science and Technology to be the DSC lead, and I'll be I'll be the DSC lead for one whole year. So my tenure will be 2020 to 2021. My tenure started in August, and it will go on for like till June or July, I guess. Yes. So this year we have around 1200 plus DSCs all around the globe. So the one magical thing, or the best thing about DSC is that it's not limited to one city, it's not limited to one college. It is all over the world. You will find so many DSCs in so many universities across the globe. So this makes us a community that is at such a large level, right? And you can be a part of it, and you can be a part of a community that's so big, right? Then among 1200 DSCs that are 1200 plus DSCs that are all around the globe, 278 DSCs are in India itself. And if I'm not wrong, 5 of them are in Bhopal itself, and we are among them, right? Moving forward, we have, what is DSC OIST Bhopal? Yes, we have learned about what is DSC and what are developer student clubs, what are Google communities, and how DSCs help in nurturing a student in and helping a student in learn and connect with other people who are interested in similar technologies. But what is DSC OIST Bhopal? Let's address the main question here. So DSC OIST, or I should say DSC, Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, Bhopal. It is the official chapter of developer student clubs, right? As I told you, among all the 248 DSCs that we have in India, DSC OIST is one of them, right? For the first time, we have DSC OIST in Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, and yeah, it's the first ever. It was not there in a college before. It is there for the first time, and I'm really happy about it. And I'm sure you all must be really excited about it. So, yay! And it is a technical club for the students, by the students, for the students, right? So it is basically a student club, so it will be operated and managed by students itself, right? And it is for other students only. Like, it is just any other club, a student club, where where only students are involved. There's no administration or faculty is involved. We'll be solely run by the students, and we'll be solely run for the students. To bring is you and me. Since we already have DSC OIST in our college now, so now it's you and me. You can join the club, you can be a part of it, and we all can learn and grow together. Next. Yes, so this quote is really special for us. It says, any community that ever existed started with sharing. Yes, and this is also going to be a DSC OIST motto. This is what we truly and passionately believe in, that this is going to be a community that is going to share everything. We'll share our knowledge, we'll share our skills, we'll share our experiences, we'll share our stories, and we'll share laughs, we'll share our success, we'll share our failures, so that everyone can learn that what all goes through in each other's journey when they learn something new. And yes, so we'll be sharing a lot of things. So do do join us, do be a part of us. Yes, let's move forward. Team introductions. A lot is heard and said about DSC now. Let's meet the team who will make sure that you have a wonderful experience in the club. The team that will be, behind the scene, who will be organizing all the things that we'll do in the club, and who will manage all the things, and yes, who will, just facilitate that everything comes to you at the end of the day. Yes. Moving forward, so we have a core team where we have different positions, right? So as I said, DSC lead, that will be me, Suhani Sinha. I am the DSC lead for this year in Oriental Institute of Science and Technology. A little about myself. I am from electronics and communication background, and I am from Bhopal itself. I am interested in, I code in Python. I am interested in full stack web development, machine learning, and data analytics. So that's about me. Let's meet our team one by one. So first, I would like to call upon Vaishali Raut. She'll be a woman in tech lead. Let's hear about her, what all she have in store for us. So let's go ahead. Hi Vaishali, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm the Women in Tech lead at DSC OIST. So basically, we at DSC OIST acknowledge the persuasive information gap in technology and will provide you with all the information that you need to reach your career aspirations. I have experienced this information gap myself because when I was in my fifth semester, TNP Cell forwarded a form in which we had to fill in our information regarding the technologies we have learned, projects we have worked on, and the certifications we have achieved. And I had nothing to write in that form. Then I realized I need to work on my resume and I need to learn about technologies. Before that, I didn't even try to interact with seniors or with individuals who can provide a roadmap in this field. So DSC OIST is exactly a platform that provides interactions with people who have exposure in different fields, and they will provide you learning environment to encourage and brainstorm project ideas so that you can use technology to make a positive impact in your career building. So
Right.
with DSC OIST, social awareness and friendship and inspiration, there are absolutely no reasons to stay behind in technology. So let's get along in this journey. Thank you.
Yes, very well said, Vaishali. And I totally agree with her. Like us being from, electronics and communication background, we are kind of left behind, or there's a lot less awareness among us that what all we should learn and what all we should do. So DSC is basically here for that, where we can, interact with our juniors, interact with our seniors, and learn what they are doing and what's helping them, so we can also do the same thing and just grow as a, as people also, and as good developers also. And being the woman in tech lead, this is a special title that has been given to Vaishali, because what I have noticed, and even other people must agree with me, that uh, the women participation in technology is really less, and she'll be an advocate for that, I'll be an advocate for that, and the whole DSC community would be an advocate for that. We'll try to increase their participation as much as possible, and we'll make sure that the whole community is not not just heavy in one side. We'll try to balance it out. Next we have Bhupinder Singh, and he is our technical lead. So let's hear it from Bhupinder. Hi Bhupinder, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Suhani. And hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I am Bhupinder Singh. I am from IT department, fourth year, and I will be the technical lead of our developer student club. And I will be heading mainly the projects and the technical events and the technical seminar side of our team. And there are many other various technical fields that we will be working on in our club. If you have interest in AI or ML, you have interest in DevOps or blockchain or any other thing like game development, etc., we will be helping you to achieve that and know more about that field. And to the people who have joined us, it doesn't matter you are from a technical branch or non-technical branch. The club is not only about the technical side of the of engineering. We will also have a management team, a PR team, and a design team. So if you want to be a designer, want to learn Photoshop or Adobe After Effects, or you want to be on the management side and handle the management portion of the club, you are most welcome in our club, and we will be giving you all the opportunities so that you can learn about that side of or that field, and you can grow yourself into that. And thank you. So waiting for all the people to join our club and work on various awesome projects in it. Thank you.
Yes, I totally agree with Bhupinder here. He has said some really nice things, and yes, I also like to highlight that point that it's not only about a technical club where you only learn about technical things and developer things. Here you can also be a part of non-technical sides, that how a club is run, how a club is managed, how people are managed, because people management is really a you know. Good skill to learn in this time. So that was that, and I would also like to take a moment here and mention that this club is open for everyone, no matter if you are a person who is just starting to learn these things, if you are a novice developer, if you are advanced who want to advanced developer who want to further their skills. Everyone is welcome here. The next we have is Sargun Singh Narula. He will be our management lead. So yes, go ahead, Sargun. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, friends. Can you hear me?
Yes. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
First of all, I would like to First of all, I would like to thank our DSC lead for such a great introduction of our club. And moving on, like my senior said, Mr. Bhupinder Singh, that I'm the management lead here in DSC club, and I'm from second year OST Bhopal, and like I'm a management lead here, so I will handle all the issues and issues regarding whatever domains we have and whatever the management, and plus even if you guys have any problem and asking, like, you want to contact any person about something technology or whatever your issues are, I'm here to help you. Talking about myself, I'm a second year student, and since I was a newbie to this technology and computer science field, I started with a Python as a language, and I developed code in that. Um, since Python is very trendy, and hence it caught my eye. So I move on with that, and I sometimes develop web applications and also work in data science related fields. So even if you have doubts regarding that, you can connect with me. And but not only that, I am here to help you with any of the relating issues. Like, I'm the management lead here, so all the management and the backend activities we will have, and this sort of stuff. So moving on, I would like to give this chance to back to our DSC lead. That's what my introduction was.
Okay, great. Great, Sargun. Yes, I'm sure you will do wonders for the team, for the community. Next we have is Vikrant Singh Tomar. I'm sorry, we don't have Vikrant here because he had some emergency, but he will be our public relations lead, our PR lead. He'll be behind managing all our social media and engaging you, interacting with you all the other members of our community. So he'll be behind that. Let's move forward and meet our design lead, who is Abhas Asati. And let's hear Abhas. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Abhas.
Hello everyone, I am Abbas Society and I am in third year. My branch is computer science. I am design lead in this core team of DSC OIST. I will manage all branding related work in this community. I have expertise in creative cloud softwares, which includes Photoshop, Illustrator, XD, After Effects, and many more. As I have expertise in field of graphic designing and UI UX, I aspire to share this knowledge to you so that we all can grow together. If you all ever feel that you are interested in this field and you want to know how I begin, feel free to ask me. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. Believe me, guys, when I say this, he's really creative. And if you guys have visited our social media platforms, if you have seen all the posts that we did in last few days, if you have seen the promotional video, all credit goes to Abbas. He was the brain behind that. He designed all that. And if you want to learn more about it, please do contact him, although we'll definitely have some sessions on that for people who are interested in designing. So yeah, you can contact him. We'll post all our LinkedIn profiles, or you can find us on Instagram or LinkedIn and connect with us there also. Moving ahead, we have a domain heads. So this is really special about DSE OIST, that we have specific domains and then we have specific domain heads in them to to guide you in particular path, to not divert you here and there, not teach you everything at once. If you're interested in something, you can specifically go there and just expand your skill set in that field. So these are the people, so who are domain heads. So these are the people who will specifically handle their domain. They are students with strong technical experience and expertise in their specific field. They have built some really good projects on them. They have done some internships in that field, so they have really good knowledge and they really know what they do. So yeah, they will definitely help you and guide you to learn more about it. And they also let you know some valuable insights, what problems they faced while learning that thing, what things they achieved, and what are their failures. And they'll let you know everything. They'll help you in whatever way they can. So let's see what all domains we had. Although as of now we have 4 domains, but we'll definitely be adding more of it in the coming time, because we have just started. So we have 4 of the domains as of now, but we'll definitely keep adding more and more domains. Right? So let's move forward and see our first domain. Right. So we have app development with Flutter. Right. So this will be mobile app development, and I'll just pass on the stage to Rishu, and he'll tell you more about it, what it is, and how he'll take things forward in his domain. All right, Rishu, please go ahead.
Hello everyone, I am Rishu, a computer science department student, 3rd semester, and I will be taking the Android part of this community. So we will talk about the Flutter app development. Suhani, can you please change the slide?
Yes.
So what is Flutter? Flutter is basically a UI toolkit for designing beautiful native compiled applications. So why we have choose Flutter for the app development? Because we can develop apps for both Android, iOS, and also the web apps. Now, when we talk about Flutter, hot reload always comes into focus, that we see the changes in our app in really 2 or 3 seconds. Now, Flutter provides a wide variety of packages and libraries so that we can use them and incorporate a specific feature directly into our app. And building UI in Flutter is way easy than other platforms. So all these features came together and it reduces the cost of the app development and also the time. Swani, can you please change the slide?
Yes.
So how can we become a Flutter developer? To become a Flutter developer, you have to learn Flutter, its widgets and all. And after that, you have to learn Dart. So what is Dart? Dart is a programming language developed by Google, and it's a very easy programming language. And if you have done any object-oriented programming language such as C++, Java, Kotlin, or something like that, you found Dart to be very easy, and you can grasp all these concepts in just 1 to 2 weeks. So after that, you have to learn Firebase. Firebase is basically a backend for your app. It provides user authentication, storage of data of users on a server, and analytics, cloud messaging, and everything you need on the server. So Firebase provides for this. So all these you have to learn to become a Flutter developer. And these are not the only things you have to learn. There are many more, but these are the compulsory things. And thank you guys for listening me. Over to you,
All
Suhani.
right. All right. So I'm sure you guys must have now, a brief idea about how we are going to move forward in our app development domain. So if any of you guys are interested in that, you can surely contact Rishu, and we'll also let you know further in the seminar how we'll communicate with you. So please, uh, stay with us, stay with us. So we'll let you know. Next domain, yes, let's introduce you to the next domain. Next we have is web development. All right, so web development will be headed by Sashank Gupta. He'll be the web development mentor for DSE OIST. Let's hear it from Sashank only, that what all he has in store for us. Yes, Sashank,
Hello
over to you.
everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Shashank Gupta. I will be your web development mentor for DSUIST this session. And I have been developing for past 1 year as a web developer in a company. So can we go ahead, Shwani?
Yeah.
Yeah. So web development? So web development is the web developers build things on the web. Okay. So it it focuses on the layout, look, and feel, and the way people use the site. This has been managed by web developers. So here are some of the technologies which are mostly used in web development. So JavaScript, HTML, CSS, SQL, Python, Java. These are the web technologies. And PW is the nowadays PW is very much in use because it provides us a app-like user interface or experience, you can say. So these are the references or survey I've provided you. You can go through this on Stack Overflow, the best website. So go ahead. So next slide. So these are the technologies we are using in front end development, back end development, or a full stack development. So front end development we are using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Angular, Vue. React is the technology we are using for front end development, which is being developed by Facebook community developers, and Angular is the technology for same front end developed by Google itself. And these are the backend technologies: Node.js and the Django. Django is the Python front end development. Sorry, backend development. Full stack developers uses Munstack and Meanstack. Munstack is the MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js, and Meanstack is MongoDB, Express, Angular, and Node.js. These are the technologies I will be using you to interact with and learn together. Thank you.
Yes. So I think web development. Yeah, I think web development is going to be the most famous and popular thing among all the other technologies that developers learn. Uh, this is really popular, and it's highly in demand because everything you see is basically on a web browser, right? So I want maximum participation of you guys in web development because it's really demanding, it's really high paying, and it's really challenging, and it's fun. All right. So moving forward, we have DevOps cloud computing. So let's call on Pranav Chaturvedi, and he'll introduce us to his domain and tell us what all he have for us. Right, Pranav, over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, Pranav, go ahead.
Hello everyone. My name is Pranav Chaturvedi, and I'm a student of. I'm finally a student of ECE, and I am your DevOps and Cloud mentor in DSC YST. So, can you please change the slide? What is DevOps? So, DevOps is basically it's a methodology in a company which organizations use. It's basically a combination of development and operations that enables faster development of application and easier maintenance of existing projects. So, in DevOps in companies or development operations come together, and the maintenance and the development is really boost the maintenance and the development of application. So DevOps software market, it's expected to reach 6.6 billion in 2022, up from 2.9 billion dollars from 2017. So that's a huge change in the market. And yeah, DevOps engineers are highly paid in the software industry. Also, nowadays DevOps is integrated with cloud. Role of cloud in DevOps is huge. So I will be also be telling and guiding you about the cloud importance of cloud computing in not only DevOps but also in the software industry. So if I talk about DevOps, so cloud computing makes it very easy for a DevOps team to work on a single platform. Like all the DevOps tools are available on a single platform, and it's very and ready to work. It's readily accessible, and the teams can use various tools right away. If you don't use cloud and use simply uh, you have you simply on your system, you have to first set up, then configure and all that stuff. It takes a very huge time. So in cloud, it makes it very easy. Can you please change the slide, Swani?
Yes.
So how can you become a DevOps professional? So here are few steps to become. If you have knowledge of them, you can become a DevOps professional. First of all, is that knowledge of Linux fundamentals. You should be able to work on a Linux system, right? Red Hat, CentOS, Ubuntu. You should be know all basic commands and advanced commands of Linux and scripting language. Scripting language, I would suggest Python and other than JavaScript. You should know them to work on. But Python and JavaScript role have a big role in DevOps in the terms of automation. Using these scripts, using this script, you can automate the projects. Knowledge of various DevOps tools and technologies. Yes, this is very important. Without that, you cannot work on a that is continuous integration and continuous delivery. So continuous integration and continuous delivery is that without a very zero downtime in a suppose we have a website without having a zero downtime, you can continuously integrate and deliver without having a very less downtime. Also, knowledge of cloud computing skills is a must nowadays for a DevOps professional. And yes, and the last, soft skills are a must in terms of DevOps. Thank you.
All right. So I think all that sound really interesting, and I'm sure Pranav will, make things easy for you. He will start with everything with basic and help you. And if you're interested, we'll definitely help you in being the DevOps professional you want to be. All right, moving forward, we have another domain, and in my opinion, and I'm sure everyone will agree with me, that this is really the most important, in fact, I would say, most important domain for any developer. No matter if you want to go in app development or web development, or you want to be in cloud, cyber security, AI, ML, no matter what your preference is, I want each one and every one of you to be a part of this domain and be an active part of this domain, because it is really necessary in today's time. Almost all the companies, I am in fourth year, my few team members are in fourth year, and we'll all will agree that how important this is. And it's also important that you start at really early stage, so that you can be really good at it when you actually need it, right? So we have Rohit Jain as our DSA and CP mentor, and he'll tell us more about this domain. And so, yes, Rohit, over to you. Please go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, Rohit.
Okay. So, hello, this is Rohit Jain. I am a computer science student, second year. Ma'am, please change the slide.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will introduce about my domain, which is competitive programming. Competitive programming basically is solving well-defined problems by writing computer programs. Means you are given some real world problems, and you have to solve that problems using data structures and algorithms. And competitive programming also increase your speed and accuracy while solving a problem, and many of big companies approaches you after seeing your competitive profiles. And these are some prestigious contests which are conducted by some good companies. And I had given three contests, which are Google Code Jam, Facebook Hacker Cup, and TCS Code Vita. And I cracked the first round of Facebook Hacker Cup and TCS Code Vita. These contests are really amazing. Ma'am, please change the slide. Okay, so how to do competitive programming? First of all, you have to choose any one language. You can choose any one. There is no barrier of choosing any language. And then start some basic questions of competitive programming from HackerRank and HackerRut. These are the website for basic programmers. And then get started with data structures and algorithms. There are many resources, free resources for data structures and algorithms. I will share with you. And then give online contest on CodeChef and CodeForces, because these two websites are these two websites rating are very really important. You can add these ratings in your resume also. And the most important thing for competitive programming is practice. Without practice, you can't become a good problem solver. Okay, please change the slide. Okay, so how we do it? So I will these things I will take in my CP competitive programming series. First, I will introduce about introduction to competitive programming, and I will teach you what are the constraints, what are test cases, and what are time complexities, which are really important to solve any competitive programming. Then we move on to basic data structures and algorithms, and we will also do some good questions which are asked in interviews. And prerequisite for this series is at least one language. Yeah.
All right. That was really a nice introduction to his domain. I'm sure many of you are interested by now to dive into competitive programming. Believe me, guys, it's really important, and I would urge you to please start at really early stage. It's okay if you are in fifth semester or third, or even in third semester. You can start it now, and you can be really good at it with practice, because you have a lot of time as of right now in your hands. So yeah, these platforms are really good. You can go and practice. We'll also provide you resources for that, what all you can practice. And we have a lot of things in mind for you guys, so please do stay connected with us. All right. So this quote is really Rohit, would you like to please go ahead and tell us about this quote?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I found this quote on Geeks for Geeks. The biggest mistake programmer make is probably getting discouraged. Means if you didn't do enough practice and directly go on online contest, so what happens is that the programmer became means they didn't solve any problems, and they disagree with himself that he cannot solve any of the problems. So for a beginners, please do more and more practice, and when you feel when you are good at competitive programming, then start online contest.
Yes, definitely. I know this happens. This really happens. I can relate it to myself. That when you are unable to solve one or two questions, you get really discouraged, disheartened. That maybe I'm not good at it. Maybe I don't know about anything about it. But it's really not the case. It's just about maybe you don't know something, but you can definitely learn it, and you can be good at it. You just need to practice. That's it. All right, so this was about our domains and our team members. So we have assembled a really good team that are really active and really energetic and really passionate about helping all of you guys. So let's see what all we have in our plan for you guys. So yeah, so there are actually several plans, but they'll mainly lie under these three categories. So first we have is events. We'll have several events in our tenure. We'll have hands-on workshops, we'll have information sessions, we'll have expert talks. Yes, we'll also have expert talks. We'll call experts from the industry to give you sessions, to give you workshops, so you can learn from the experts themselves. And we'll also have study jams and many more. So what are basically study jams? Study jams are nothing but a place where everyone can come together and they can learn a subject together. It's like a group study. That's it, right? So we will have multiple events. We'll keep having them in every month. We'll not lose touch. I'll promise you on that. The next we have is monthly challenges. Yes, we'll also have monthly and weekly challenges for you as we move forward. As we we have learned something, we'll start having contests and challenges for you guys to see what all you have learned till now and put that into practice. So we'll have coding contests, we'll have hackathons. We'll since there are so many DSCs, we can collaborate with them and have a hackathon where you can compete with other colleges, right? Other groups of other colleges. That's it. Then we'll also have some technical trivia, because that's also really important, keeping in mind about the interviews, because everyone knows what they do, they can do it, but it's also important that you can answer it right when asked about it. Right. Then next we have our projects, and this is going to be some really important part. We'll have community project building activities. Again, when we have started and when we are set a foot, we'll start with project building activities. We'll build some community projects. We'll solve some local problems, and because that's what a community should do, right? We'll participate in solution challenge. So solution challenge is it happens once a year. It's organized by Google, and where all the DSCs can participate. They give us a challenge, basically a problem that we have to solve using building a project. So with our DSC, we have an access to that. So that's really great. But that happens when the tenure is about to end. So we have some time for that. Right. Next. Yes. So this is something that must be new for some of you guys, but let me tell you, these are sustainable development goals or global goals. These are in short known as SDGs. These are the goals that were designed in 2015 by United Nations General Assembly. These are really close to my heart, and I wanted to include this as a part of a DSC, because these are really important in these times. These are basically a blueprint designed by the United Nations that will help us to have a more secure and sustainable future for all of us, right? So I wanted to include this in the slide, because I want that all of our projects are somewhere related to any of these goals, right? I know we cannot achieve this, but we can definitely help them to build a solution that helps to bring us a little closer to the goal, to the achievement of the goal, right? So these are the 17 sustainable development goals. If you have not heard about it, you should definitely go and check these out. Amazing work are being done under them, and we'll also align our project theme or the problem it solves to any of these goals, right? Yes, so finally addressing the elephant in the room. I have been talking about how you should be a part of it and how we'll help you, but actually how can you be a part of it? How you will be a part of it? How you can do that? Let's address the main question here, right? To become member of DSC OIST, where you will get to grow as developers, connect with like-minded people, and have fun. Yes, so this is going to be the place where we'll all interact and learn together. Yes, so the thing is, are there any prerequisites? You all must be thinking that maybe it's only for people who already know something, or who are good, who have a good set of skills, who know a lot of things. But no, you only need to be interested in technology. You only have to have a will to grow as developers and to share your knowledge. You should have a desire to learn new things, and you should have an energetic and active personality, right? You should be able to interact with people, because that's why you want to be a part of a community, right? So yeah, these are the prerequisites. If you check all these, then you can definitely be the member of DSE OIST. Moving forward, yes, how you can do that actually. So this is you can go to dev.community. Sorry, there's a misprint. It should be dsc.community.dev. You can go to the site, you can search for your college, that is Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, in the chapters, and you can join us. By joining that, you will be subscribing to all the events that we do. You will get a personalized email, and you will get the personalized newsletters, and you will be up to date with what's happening in your DSC, right? So please do join us on this DSC platform, and you will be up to date, and you will be a member of DSC OIST by that, right? So make sure I'm sure the link must be posted in the YouTube chat box by now. So you can go there and you can sign up and join us. Find the chapter Oriental Institute of Science and Technology there, and you will find that. All right. Next, benefits. Now, this must also be a question, that what's the use, and it's just a community. What actually can be done here by the students? Like, students को क्या ही आता है, right? But no, there are many benefits. I have listed 8, but I'm sure there are many more, and you will get to know if you be a part of it. You will get to know that, yeah, actually this has helped me a lot. So let's see that what all benefits you can have. Peer-to-peer learning environment. Yes, learn from your peers, because it's the best. Even in exam times, you see how the importance of group studies just rise up like anything. So this is exactly what's going to happen here. You can learn from your peers, you can learn from your seniors, you can learn from your juniors who have been doing some amazing work. So this is the place where you can do that. And networking, again, you can connect with so many people, interact with so many people, talk with them, and learn what they are doing, and how did they achieve all these things. So this is a great place for networking, because even in college we are just in our classrooms and engaging with our friends and just our classmates. But here you can engage with people who are from diverse branches, who are from different semesters, so you can learn a lot from them. And even in such a time where there are no classes happening physically, this is a great place to be, right? And you can have free access to all our sessions being a part of DSC. Also, we'll be provided by some resources that will be of Google platforms, and we'll facilitate to you guys who are a member of DSC OIST. So yeah, that's a really good benefit out there. Then we have open source projects and team collaborations. When you meet like-minded people in the community, when you can make friends and you can collaborate on different projects. Then we have opportunities and resources. Yes, so our domain heads and even us, the core team, and even other members can also keep a track of all the opportunities that are nearby, and share all the resources that they have been using, or they have liked in the past while learning something new. So this is a place, this is a one stop shop for that. right, get featured. Yes, you can also get featured by being a member of DSE OIST. If you have made some cool project, or if you have written some really good medium blog, please share it with us, and we'll definitely feature you. This way you can really get famous in college, and it's really good, believe me. Right, you can also harness your soft skills. Yes, when you are part of a community, you talk to so many people, you improve your interpersonal skills, you improve your communication skills, you improve your presentation giving skills. So these are the skills that you can harness being a part of a community. And lastly, certificates and being a part of DSE OIST. So don't miss out on these. Okay, so talked about everything, talked about being a member and all. And if you are interested, and if you are want to be a member, you have to keep in mind the code of conduct, right? So the code of conduct just basically includes that be respectful to everyone. Yes, everyone is here to learn, and everyone is here to grow. So be respectful to everyone. Don't call names, or don't fight. Just be respectful and participate as much as you can. Yes, participation is must. You should be active, and you should be really up on your toes to learn new things, because you believe, because at last you're there for yourself, right? And be collaborative. Yes, ask for help if you're stuck. There's no harm in asking for help, and if someone asks you for help, please help them. Be collaborative, and yes, help each other. Then share your knowledge. Do not belittle anyone. Yes, if you know something, do share it politely, and do share it in a nice manner. Don't tell anyone that you don't know anything, you shouldn't be here. Everyone deserves to be here. Everyone deserves to have some respect. So yeah, keep that in mind. And lastly, report anything you find uncomfortable directly to me. You can approach me anytime, right? If you find something that makes you uncomfortable, you can report it directly to me, right? And address the club, the DSE club of our college addresses as DSE OIST. Don't use Google anywhere. We are not working for Google, neither are the team members. I am not working for Google. It's just a club under Google Developers Program, and we'll address this DSE OIST, that because we should take pride in our college, and we will address this as Developer Students Club, Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, right? Next, medium of communication. So this is really important. All of you, please pay attention if you haven't been. Right? How we'll stay connected with each other? Let's see. Telegram. We have a Telegram channel. We have set up a Telegram channel. Even a group. The main group is DSE OIST Bhopal. You can join via scan the QR code, or you can join via the link, right? So I'll keep this for like 10 seconds. If the link is also been posted in the YouTube chat box, right? So please join us here. This is the place where we'll, share everything, where we'll talk, where we'll interact, and where okay. So there's also another feature that we have here is we have separate domain channels for the people who are interested in a specific domains. So domain heads will manage that channel, and they'll post all the resources that you need to look through, and all the opportunities in that specific domains that you can grab, and all the new news that's been happening in that domain. And yeah, so that's the place that you want to be if you're interested in that domain. So do join us on our Telegram channel. Okay? That's the place where we'll stay connected with each other, because yeah, social media we won't be able to interact that much. So this is the place where we'll see DSE OIST as the whole community. Do join us on our Telegram. All right, let's move forward. Yes, social media. On social media, we are on LinkedIn, we are on Instagram, and this is our YouTube channel, DSE OIST Bhopal. We'll majorly having our sessions live on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon. I'm sure that's what YouTubers say, if I'm not wrong. And do like, share, and subscribe. Right? Yeah. Social media. We'll be posting all our events that we are going to take. In all these social media platforms. So do follow us here and stay updated. Right. Next, we have, yes, finally, we are towards the end of our session. It's almost 5:03. So at last, we just have a small activity for you so that you don't feel bored with all the presentation and all, right? So I would like to call upon Sargun, who have this really exciting activity planned for you. So Sargun, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Well. That was a long session, and I think
Yeah.
you guys might have got bored by just listening to so much information about the JC, but it was nice. It was very, very nice. So the activity is about just having we are having just a few logos, and the thing is, you guys have to actually, guess the logo of what it is. These are logos of related to technology, related to products, related to current scenarios in our field. So let's have it on our screen. Ma'am, can I
Okay.
have the
Yeah,
next slide?
let's have the first logo. Here we go. Okay, we'll give like 10 seconds, right? 10 or 20 seconds for people to guess.
So guys, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, keep
Type the
guessing
answers
what
in
it
the
is.
chat box.
We will give you the answers in the chat box, and the one who finishes it first, I think we will give him
Yeah, we'll
knowledge.
feature them. We'll give a shout out to them.
Yeah, that we can. Give.
Yeah.
Go on, guys. It's very simple.
Are we getting any answers?
One person gave it. One person gave it.
Okay, okay, great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kanhaiya Jaiswal
Yes.
gave it.
Okay.
Cheers to Kanhaiya.
Yay, Kanaya, way to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you guys are enjoying it. Let's move on to the second one.
Okay, let's see the second one.
For those who have attended the session very,
Yeah,
in a disciplined manner,
this
they
should
might,
look familiar.
yeah, and even they might guess it very fast. Related to all these things, like the first logo was of GitHub. It is, an open source code contribution, organization. Many people know GitHub, and what I can say about it is software development and version control system. You can have it there. The second one is of Firebase.
Yes, this is
One person
Firebase.
gave it the answer, Raj Gupta. Cheers to him also.
All right.
Right.
Very nice.
And I would like to tell about Firebase. Firebase is also, it is a product of Google for creating mobile and web applications, as we all know. And, since it is related to mobile technology, our domain head, Mr. Rishu, he will teach about it, and you can get more information about it from him. Firebase is also a product. Do check it out.
Let's see the next logo.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's a tricky one.
For all those tech enthusiasts, they will get it, I think.
All right, I would also like to see if anyone from the core team is able to answer this.
Should I answer it? I am the organizer.
Okay, but we haven't
Except
disclosed,
me.
we haven't disclosed this with the core team as well.
So should I answer this?
Yes, Vaishali, go ahead.
It's of Kubernetes, I suppose.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
That's correct.
So DevOps tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I
Yes.
have related with cloud. Actually, I've learned in the console, management console of cloud computing. So,
Great, great.
yes.
So see
For all
people, we
the,
have people with knowledge here and they'll definitely help you if you want to learn more about it, right?
yeah, our DevOps domain, you will get more information about it.
Yeah.
Although many people have heard it with, Docker containers and Kubernetes, the technology, all that stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
you will get in all detail in DSC University, I believe that.
Let's see the next
Um,
one.
One thing it is left, Eagle View gave it. So cheers to him also, the answer. Yeah. Yeah, that's the fourth one.
All right, guys, keep the answers coming.
Guess it, guys, guess it. Have some random guess. It doesn't cost. Have some random guess.
All right. Raj is really active here.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Raj
Raj.
Gupta gave it. Nice,
Great,
nice
great,
going
great.
call. And here's our the last.
Let's see the next one. Last one. Yeah.
Oop.
Okay, that's
That's something
interesting.
nice.
Yeah. That's really not remotely related to any technology. Do we have an answer for that?
While creating this presentation, this was the only logo which I was very much interested in, because you know this is something which gives me
Yeah.
a very, you can say,
I think
awesome feeling.
this is a waiter, right? Butler, waiter.
Yeah, kind of that only.
Yeah.
A person who does something for you, actually
Hmm.
everything for you.
Let's see. Let's hear the answer.
Guess it, guys. It's not that tough.
All right, Sargun, go ahead. Give the answer.
Okay, so this is Jenkins. The logo is of Jenkins, and Jenkins is a free and open source automation server. As this is kind of a formal definition, but you will also interact with it when you are having some deep knowledge of DevOps. You are not developing. If you are deploying servers and testing and have some continuous integration and deployment with all your servers and backend technology, this is where you will get this, and it is a very nice tool. Many of the industry standards, it have that standards, and many companies use this as their primary tool. Uh,
All right.
that's
Yeah,
that's
great.
the
All
introduction
right.
for this
So
great tool.
this is the end of our activity session. Let's just go ahead with our Q&A session. If you guys have any questions, please drop it in the chat box, and we'd love to answer that.
Raj Gupta was asking, can you repeat that name? Which the last one, it was Jenkins.
Yeah.
Jenkins. I should have made a slide for the answers also, but sorry. That name, last one was Jenkins. Jenkins. I should have made a slide for the answers.
Never mind. All right. Do we have any other questions?
Guys, write your questions in the chat box. We are having a look at there.
Guys, this is the place. If you have any questions, please shoot at us. We love to answer that. We love to clear all your queries, so that when you are with us, when you join us, you can just go with full force and learn new things. Guys, this is the place. If you have any questions, please shoot.
Even if you guys don't have any specific question, do tell us about how was this session and what you want from us. You know, what kind of sessions do you, which domain you want the first session on, and like how was this session about? How do you enjoy it like that?
All right, we have a question from Kratika. Can you please show the slide? See, Kratika, there's nothing in prerequisites. We just want people who are, interested, who are energetic, and who want to learn. That's it. That's only the prerequisite. That's it. And can we learn in more than one domain? Yes, definitely you can join, any domain you want. And I'll personally suggest that all of you are at least be a part of competitive programming domain, and rest you can join any domains. All right. Any more questions? All right. I think
Also, guys, share this session and this information with your friends and anyone who is of this field, so that we can have more and more number of participation in our domains and upcoming sessions.
Exactly. More the people they are in the community, they're more to learn, there are more experiences to know about. So yes, do share about this. All right. Okay, Kratika, so you have joined the late. No problem. This presentation will be there. You can, just see it whenever you want. We have all the things that you need to know in this session, right? We have recorded this, and this will be there on our channel. All right, so great having you guys. We'll bring our session towards the end. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for bearing with us for this long. Thank you so much. The team is really thankful. And yes, please join us and do give us a feedback. Here's the link. Do tell us about what you liked and what you disliked about this session, so that we can improve and bring more better things for you. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much and have a nice day.